So, Colin, what memorable personal achievements did you take from your journey here at Cranfield?
I think what I remember most is the workload. It's actually doing the hours necessary, the research, while simultaneously holding a fairly demanding job.
That sounds like not a good memory then.
No, it was enjoyable, but it was very hard work. And the satisfaction was being able to do that. And I think the reason I could do it was that the work was so close to the research project. And so they fed off each other and helped each other.
Did you think you'd be able to do that, carry the two things together, or did you just not know until you started?
I honestly didn't know. It's one of those things which you if you want to do it, you just get on with it. And I was surprised at how much time it took, particularly during the first year, when you're trying to frame your research question and you're trying to establish the literature base which you're interested in. That's quite time-consuming. And as life would have it, the job at that time was particularly demanding. I was working with the British Heart Foundation, and we were building an anti-smoking campaign. And so there were many hours at work and many hours outside of work. But it was fun.
Had you decided before then that this was something that you'd always wanted to do? Is this something that was on your ambition agenda for very many years?
No, I don't think so. I did my MBA here. That was enough for many, many years. And I think I viewed academia quite sceptically. And it wasn't until later on, after many different work experiences, that I sought to try and codify my experience into knowledge. And the way I found of doing that was to actually do the doctorate at the DBA.
So in what way did the organisation and or your career gain from that discipline of codification?
Well, it was an action research project, and so I was very much engaged in working across the organisation to develop its organisational brand, and I was using that exercise as the basis for the research. So the British Heart Foundation actually repositioned its brand and fundamentally changed the way it viewed brand across the organisation. And I like to think my research and the activities that I did made a contribution towards that.
So tremendous synergies there by the sound of it.
Oh, very much so, very much so. And it was those synergies that made the workload enjoyable because they fed off each other. So what I was doing academically was informing what I was doing in practice and vice versa.
So in what way then would you say the DBA has led you to where you are now?
Well, I think it took me through a learning process. So it helped me learn how to learn. It helped me learn how to understand academic writings and be able to interpret those into practical usage.
Make sense of them.
Make sense of them, exactly. And that's what I now do. It gave me the confidence to go it alone, set up my own business. And I describe myself as a knowledge broker. So I sit between practitioners and academia, and I broker new knowledge, just like a stockbroker brokers financial information. Then that's what I do for my living. And without the DBA, I don't believe I'd be in a position to do that.
So it's given you kind of a ticket of authority that people can believe what you said because you've now got the doctorate to back that up. You can ask the right questions, or the difficult questions.
Yeah, I think it helps me know which questions to ask. I think it helps me, it provides me with the tools and the techniques to actually farm academia, to look for the new knowledge, the emerging knowledge, and to translate that into something that practitioners can use and understand. And hopefully that's something which is valued, and I think it is.
Colin, thank you very much.